tonight at 9:25 p.m.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. There is something very suspicious about Muhammad Yunus, the spineless and weak military-appointed dictator of Bangladesh. He's so much out of control. His country is bankrupt. They can't pay the Adanis. They can't pay their bills. They're going into darkness. Industry is down. Exports are down. They don't have the money to pay for imports. The balance of payments crisis is extremely real. And that is why what Muhammad Yunus has done is that to divert attention from the terrible situation that his country is in, he has decided to target the Hindus. And he is using all kinds of radical, extremist, pro-terrorist, jihadi organizations to unleash violence on the Hindus. I do not believe that the violence against the Hindus that has happened without the direct involvement, watch, support, and perhaps the directions of Muhammad Yunus. Muhammad Yunus is a very dangerous man because he's basically a very weak man. He has no public support. He has no credibility. He's been planted there by the US State Department, and that too by the outgoing US administration. He's terrified of what is going to happen after the 20th of January when Trump takes over. He's even called Trump a messiah to try and make amends, but he's getting no support, and now he's sending therefore the Jamaat-e-Islami, the Jamaat group, the hardline pro-terrorist group, to China to negotiate on his behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, Bangladesh is in an absolute crisis. And ISKCON, which is the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, is one of the most cherished Hindu organizations, which is being targeted by the radical, jihadi, pro-terrorist Muhammad Yunus tonight. Muhammad Yunus says that ISKCON is a fundamentalist organization that must be banned. He is doing so at a time when there have been terrible videos of the way members of ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, a very lone, peace-loving, very, very socially activist Hindu organization, when their members are being killed and targeted, when there have been meetings and calls across parts of Bangladesh, especially Chittagong, where Muslim fanatic groups are saying that people who have any allegiance to ISKCON must be targeted, must be finished, must be exterminated, and must be killed. Instead of providing them support, Muhammad Yunus is egging the terrorists on. And that's the most terrible thing. Ladies and gentlemen, to imagine this man is a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Actually, what Muhammad Yunus is nothing but a terrorist supporter. In fact, he is a fundamentalist, but he says ISKCON is a fundamentalist, but the Jamaat is not. The same Jamaat-e-Islami, which was banned from contesting elections on the ground that its charter violated the Bangladeshi constitution by opposing secularism. The same Jamaat-e-Islami, which in 2006 was accused of transferring funds to terror outfits like the Hamas. The same Jamaat-e-Islami, ladies and gentlemen, which was not just banned in Bangladesh, but is presently banned in India and in Russia. The same Jamaat-e-Islami accused of war crimes in Bangladesh for its role in Operation Searchlight. The same Jamaat-e-Islami which was aligned with the Pakistan Army in 1971. The same Jamaat-e-Islami which was banned after 1971. Ladies and gentlemen, the same Jamaat-e-Islami is today called a great organization, a nationalist organization, and the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is called a terrorist group. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to pick it up where Muhammad Yunus has left it. He started this battle. We need to finish it. We need to bring back peace in Bangladesh. We need to bring back social amity in Bangladesh. We need to make Bangladesh understand that their entire land border is with India. We need to make Bangladesh understand they can't take chances with India. We need to make Bangladesh understand that they cannot carry out a genocide of Hindus. And the man responsible for carrying out the genocide of Hindus, the fascist, fundamentalist, jihadi Muhammad Yunus, is a man who has to be put in his place. Ladies and gentlemen, debate 1 tonight is on the situation in Bangladesh, and the Republic Media Network believes that we need to support the Hindu community much more strongly than we are today. Today, the situation in Bangladesh is so terrible and so worrisome. We need to go after Muhammad Yunus. Ladies and gentlemen, debate number 2 tonight at 8:30 p.m. We have details of how there are motivated groups who carried out a conspiracy that led to the rioting in Sambhal. The Sambhal truth is out at 8:30 p.m. tonight. At 9 o'clock this evening, viewers, we have the new Hindu claim over Ajmer Sharif Dargah. And we have a warning from the All India Muslim Personal Law Board. That's at 9 o'clock tonight. It's a very hot debate. And at 9:30 this evening, why we must let Parliament function even if these two people are perfecting the art of doing nothing and not letting anyone do anything either. That's at 9:30 p.m. It's a very packed show, and here are the headlines. This Thursday evening, ladies and gentlemen, on the debate. The weak Muhammad Yunus of Bangladesh leads the targeting of the world's most recognized Sanatan organization with a presence in more than 150 countries. The same ISKCON that has helped people in times of distress, COVID, convenience-based activist lobby has been caught sleeping. The Ministry of External Affairs has issued a strong response, completely shredding Muhammad Yunus's internal matter of Bangladesh argument. The proof of the Sambhal riots being orchestrated is in the cameras and with Republic. Masked men armed with pistols, bricks and lathis. The Sambhal riots was anything but a sudden reaction. The Sambhal Mosque Committee has now knocked the doors of the Supreme Court, challenging the lower court's order. From Gyanvapi to Krishna Janmabhoomi and now the Ajmer Sharif Dargah, the call to survey them is loud and clear. The Muslim board, however, threatens the judiciary. They say that the Supreme Court should stop lower courts from accepting petitions which question mosques being temples originally, or else they threaten an explosive situation will arise in the country.
Start having a practice my way or no way. That is not only not democratic, that will pose a great challenge to the very existence of this sacred theatre.
Disruption, chaos and ruckus in Parliament continues, their old habit by the opposition. The new session of Parliament, but the Indie parties are back, especially the Congress, with only one agenda: to stall Parliament anyhow. 16 bills are in the Parliament to be introduced, and disruption is not the answer. With the situation in Parliament, where the Yunus regime is under severe fire for its Hinduphobia as top Hindu leaders face arrest. Today, the MEA has shredded Yunus's internal argument remark. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the same Yunus government which recently lifted a ban on the Jamaat-e-Islami but seems to be cracking down on Sanatani voices.
Bangladesh has openly targeted world's most recognized Sanatan organization, the ISKCON. The same ISKCON which has presence in over 150 plus countries. The world's most cherished Sanatan organization has been targeted in the same Bangladesh, where a ban on the Jamaat-e-Islami was recently lifted.
এটা অনাকাঙ্ক্ষিত ঘটনা। এই ঘটনা একটি ক্রিমিনাল অফেন্স। সরকার গুরুত্ব সহকারে এই ঘটনাটিকে দেখছেন এবং এইটার যথাযথ আইনি পদক্ষেপ সরকার নেবেন।
Watch how an ISKCON center was shut down by radicals. Not only in Bangladesh, but many have taken to the streets, even in Kolkata. All of this has been sparked by the arrest of a top Hindu voice, Chinmoy Prabhu. Religious and political leaders have come down heavily on the Yunus regime.
ISKCON वर्ल्ड वाइज एक बहुत बड़ी संस्था है और उन्हीं के पुजारी को अरेस्ट किया गया बांग्लादेश में, और पूरे देश में मैं देख रहा हूं कि कोई भी ISKCON टेम्पल से बोल नहीं रहा। इतने डिवोटी हैं, सारे ISKCON टेम्पल ही अगर रोड पे आ जाएं तो भारत में जाम कर सकते हैं। बांग्लादेश को जाम कर सकते हैं, अमेरिका को भी जाम कर सकते हैं, इतने इस्कॉन के फॉलोअर्स हैं।
Chinmoy Krishna Das, who's ISKCON priest, has been arrested on unjust charges of sedition, because he was protesting peacefully with the Hindu minority.
गीता जैसा दिव्य ग्रंथ जो भारतवर्ष का एक प्रतीक है, उसका प्रचार प्रसार दुनिया के हर भाषा में कर रहा है। और उस संस्था को अगर बांग्लादेश में ये कहा जाए कि ये आतंकवादी संगठन है और कट्टरपंथी है, तो बिल्कुल बेबुनियाद है, झूठा है।
Meanwhile, the Ministry of External Affairs has clearly said that the responsibility to protect Hindu minorities in Bangladesh lies with the government. Former Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina, heavily condemned the Yunus regime, calling for an end to the anarchy which is currently being displayed. As pressure mounts on Yunus government, the big question is, when will the interim government finally act?
Gauranga Das Prabhu joining us this evening is the governing body commissioner of ISKCON and the director of the ISKCON Govardhan Eco Village Global Duty Officer of ISKCON. Gauranga Das Prabhu ji.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. Now, Mohammed Yunus is saying that you are a fundamentalist organization, and this is the view of the Attorney General, the Bangladesh government, that you are a fundamentalist organization and they are preparing to act against you like they would act against a fundamentalist / terrorist organization. How are you planning to respond to this? You are a global organization. I'm sure you have some clout, some global connections to respond to this. Your priests are in jail. Mohammed Yunus wants to declare you a fundamentalist organization. What are your options? What are you planning to do in response?
We have expressed our serious concern and we strongly denounce the recent arrest and also condemn the subsequent violence and attacks against the Sanatanis in various regions of Bangladesh. We have urged the government authorities to promote peaceful coexistence for the Sanatani community, and our demands to the government of Bangladesh and the relevant authorities is to identify and hold accountable those responsible for the attacks on the Sanatani community, protect the civil rights of Chinmoy Krishna Das and other Sanatanis, and implement immediate and effective measures to maintain peace and harmony amongst all the communities in the country. And we have reached out to the government of India also, and the Ministry of External Affairs has been very supportive, PMO has been very supportive, and they have assured all kinds of protection and support. And as we speak, a lot of direct intervention and support is being done from their side to make sure that the protection is given on the ground. So we, as the ISKCON leadership, are closely monitoring the situation, and we also realize that as a leading Sanatani organization within the Gaudiya Vaishnav tradition, the ISKCON in Bangladesh is dedicated to safeguarding the religious freedom and the rights of the minorities, including Hindus, Buddhists, Christians, and others. And therefore, we have consistently urged the interim government and other leaders to ensure constitutional protections for the minorities.
But the interim government won't do that. The interim government has to appease the Muslim fundamentalist groups. They have to appease the Jamaat-e-Islami. They are under pressure. They've done nothing. We have seen videos where Muslim fanatics are calling for killing of people associated with ISKCON. If the government wanted to do anything, they would have. But they have taken sides. Your appeal will have to be maybe global and not to Muhammad Yunus. Muhammad Yunus is with the terrorist groups, with the jihadis. He's taken sides in this. What can you do globally?
We can definitely appeal to the different global leaders across the world, and we are in consultation with the government of India and the Ministry of External Affairs on how to do that. The UN and the peacekeeping missions and the various fundamental rights of human rights commissions across the world, we would reach out to all of them, and we may make an appeal how our rights in Bangladesh need to be protected. We are definitely present in more than 150 countries across the world, and across the world, all the different nations are aware of how harmonious our relationships are with the local people. And definitely that goodwill has been a very strong force behind us. And I'm sure with the diplomatic efforts of the Indian government, things are definitely going to improve.
Can you specify what diplomatic efforts are you expecting the Indian government to push towards?
The Ministry of External Affairs, along with the consul generals and the embassies and the missions in Bangladesh together, would be able to have a dialogue with the current government and administration, because at the end of the day, ultimately, there is a government in place, there is an administration in place, the police, the military, they are all in place in Bangladesh under a certain hierarchy, and therefore we are quite hopeful that peace will prevail and unity will prevail, and ISKCON Bangladesh remains devoted to peaceful coexistence and promotion of human values. And we hope that the government and relevant authorities will recognize this situation. They will take peaceful actions to restore harmony and guide the nation towards communal unity. And across the world, if the world leaders and the Hindu voices come together and also bring this to the attention more and more, I'm sure it's going to have a tremendous impact.
Chinmoy Krishna Prabhu was arrested at Dhaka airport, stopped from leaving Bangladesh and taken to an undisclosed location. And the charge against him was that he was hoisting a saffron flag. In your view, was that an act of sedition? What was the purpose, in your view, of hoisting the saffron flag? Was that aimed at questioning the sovereignty of Bangladesh, or is this something that you have traditionally done and had nothing to do with the sovereignty of Bangladesh?
Saffron has always been a sign of dharma, and that particular flag was being raised by Chinmoy Krishna and others as a matter of supporting the Sanatani dharma tradition, and as representative of the Bangladesh Sammilito Sanatani Jagaran Jyot, and being a Bangladesh citizen, Chinmoy Krishna has always been a vocal advocate for the protection of minority groups in the nation. And it is essential to uphold his right to free speech and to support his efforts to encourage others to defend this right. And ensuring justice and fair treatment for him is crucial. So therefore, yes, the saffron flag represents dharma. Saffron is a symbol of fire, and fire is something which always goes up. And it represents both renunciation and how transcendental knowledge uplifts your consciousness. And I would say that very soon, this kind of justice needs to be brought for Chinmoy Krishna and other Sanatanis, and the minorities need to be protected at any cost.
Well, I thank you very much. You have a battle ahead, Gauranga Prabhuji, but we are here to support you. I thank you very much, and thank you for coming this evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Gauranga Prabhu, Governing Body Commissioner of ISKCON. I'm joined by Smita Prakash, and who well-known senior journalist from ANI, and Radha Raman Das, Vice President, Spokesperson, ISKCON. And opposite them is Saddam Hussain. He's pro-Yunus. He's Senior Council Member of the Gana Adhikar Parishad from Dhaka, and also Dr. Jahidul Bari. He's a well-known activist. Saddam Hussain, how is ISKCON a fundamentalist organization?
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to ask you a single question, if you allow me. Do you, the Indians, eye Bangladesh as an independent and sovereign country?
We were instrumental in giving you your independence, so it's a ridiculous question that you are asking.
Today I'm asking
No, I am saying that, you listen to me.
What?
We were instrumental in making sure you became an independent country or a country at all. But the Jamaat-e-Islami, who you are supporting, was with the Pakistanis. Let me ask you a counter question. Saddam Hussain, my counter question to you is, please take my counter question.
No, you
take my counter question. Take my counter question. Jamaat-e-Islami supported the Pakistan army rape and murder of hundreds of thousands of Bangladeshi women. Do you support the Jamaat-e-Islami?
I am not Jamaat Islam today, so please don't me about
No,
Jamaat
but the
Islam.
Jamaat-e Islami carried out the genocide of people in Bangladesh.
Please answer me the question whether you think Bangladesh to be an independent and sovereign nation or not.
No, but the same Jamaat-e Islami was supporting the Pakistan army.
I will be pleased to hear, not hearing from you any question about Jamaat Islam, because I'm.
Why? Are you scared of the Jamaat-e Islami?
I'm an activist of Jamaat Islam.
Are you scared of Jamaat-e Islami?
No. Why should I?
Because they are
I'm not an activist of Jamaat Islam. That's why I'm not interested to talk anything about Jamaat Islam right now.
Yeah. So you see,
I should talk the current happenings in Bangladesh, as you mentioned us about ISKCON and Chinmoy Kumar Das, and advocating in favor of Dr. Yunus, not in favor of Jamaat Islam.
But
That's
Dr. Yunus is supporting Jamaat-e Islami, so you're also doing that.
Are you confirm that Mr. Yunus is supporting Jamaat Islam?
Oh, absolutely, 100%. Everybody knows that.
How can you be absolutely confirmed? First of all, you did not. Let me clarify me. You did not answer my first question, but you made very objectionable comments about Mr. Yunus. You termed him a spineless dictator, which is very objectionable, which I completely denounce your statement, and it is a citizen from another country can never make such a comment from a foreign about foreign PM. So you are completely misleading us. You are completely misleading your audience.
I'll tell you, Saddam. I'll get a response from the other side. You have a right to. You have a right to your view. I have a right to mine. I earlier thought that I used to think that Mohammed Yunus is weak, but I'll tell you why I think he's a pro-jihadi person. I'll tell you why. It is because of his support to groups like the Hifazat-e-Islam, which wants Sharia rule in Bangladesh. Right? He's a supporter of the Hifazat-e-Islam. And Mamunul Haq and his groups met Muhammad Yunus. No.
It is another misleading information.
No. Mamunul Haq met Muhammad Yunus?
Yes, he met.
Why?
What does it mean?
Why did he meet?
He is a leader of a political party.
Which political party?
Khilafat Majlis.
Hifazat-e-Islam is a political party? And
yes, it is a registered political party of Bangladesh.
No. And why did Yunus lift the ban from Jamaat-e-Islami just within 29 days of usurping power using the army?
Jamaat-e-Islam was the registered political party in Bangladesh, but Hasina regime, the biggest dictator of the history of Bangladesh, banned Jamaat-e-Islam illegally. That's why Mr. Yunus...
Now, Saddam, listen to me. Saddam, listen to me. Saddam, listen to me. I love Bangladesh. I have nothing against Bangladesh. But I'll tell you, you are becoming a second Pakistan or maybe Afghanistan. Afghanistan is better. I'll tell you why. And then we'll have a debate with the others. The reason is that, I was so disappointed. Mohammed Yunus is now doing business with Jashimuddin Rahmani, who is the chief of the Ansarul Bangla team. This is an Al-Qaeda group. And you are doing business with that man. And you are calling ISKCON a fundamentalist organization.
Mr. Yunus is doing business with Ansarul Bangla team.
Of course.
You mean that?
Who released him? Who released Jashimuddin Rahmani?
This is the legal
Who released
process,
Jashimuddin Rahmani?
Mr.
Who released Jashimuddin Rahmani? And is Jashimuddin Rahmani building a jihadi network? And is it affiliated to the Al-Qaeda or not?
15 years, Mr. Yunus ensured the justice for everyone, ensured the independence of
Jashimuddin Rahmani of the Ansarul Bangla team, ABT.
He was released by court through legal process. What Mr. Yunus could do in that process?
Okay.
Mr. Yunus should...
I know. Okay, now Smita Prakash is on the other side tonight. Smita, first of all, I don't want, it's not a debate between me and Saddam Hussein. I'd like your thoughts on what's happening in Bangladesh and what we can do.
Yeah, I don't know where that question came from about wanting to know whether you accept the reality of Bangladesh or not. I think you didn't even bother to answer it because it was really beneath you to, I think, answer that question. It's ridiculous. Of course, we recognize Bangladesh is a tried and trusted ally of India. It's something that we have always been proud of, our relationship and our connection with Bangladesh.
Well said.
If you don't know about the creation of Bangladesh, you need to study about your own history to know what India did and how India has supported Bangladesh all along.
I do, madam, I do agree with you. I absolutely respect
that. Having been said, Arnab, Mohammed Yunus your question about the Jamaat is absolutely valid. Mohammed Yunus needs the Jamaat just quite like Trudeau needs Khalistanis to survive. So as a result of that, he's going to do anything and everything to survive. It's a small mercy that the Dhaka High Court did not ban ISKCON, and it doesn't take away, however, from the fact that lakhs of Hindus who are today in jeopardy, their lives are in jeopardy because of the bizarre manner in which Mohammed Yunus is governing this country, that he has not been able to assure the near 8% that is left of Hindus. There were 22% when India helped creation of Bangladesh. There were 22% Muslims at that, Hindus at that stage in East Pakistan, as it was called. Today, just a mere 170 million are there, and even they cannot be protected by Mohammed Yunus, supposedly this Nobel laureate who's supposed to be upholder of human rights. He's not able to protect even a minority, which is now like literally, living cheek by jowl with people who are baying for their blood and organizing rallies in which they are asking for the beheading of Hindus, which is so frightening for us to see that this is happening openly in the streets of Bangladesh.
And let me tell you one thing, Saddam Hussein. Smita Prakash is the editor-in-chief of ANI, the largest news agency in South Asia. She also has reporters on the ground. She also gets access. She's not making this up. We are concerned because we love Bangladesh. What are you doing to your country? What are you doing to your country?
She cleared her position about Bangladesh, but you didn't.
What do I need to clear? You want me to say that Bangladesh, of course Bangladesh is sovereign, independent country, but the problem is Mohammed Yunus and the jihadi groups are taking it down the drain, and we need to stop that. I'd like to get a take from Radharaman Das, Vice President of ISKCON.
What does you mean we? What does you mean we?
We all need to. You, me, humanity needs to help Bangladesh. Humanity needs to help Bangladesh from becoming another Pakistan. Look at the condition of Pakistan today.
Why as just humanity gives you the permission, then why don't you play any role in Gaza? Why don't you play any role in Ukraine? Why don't you?
We are playing a role in Ukraine.
Myanmar. Why don't you play any role in Kashmir?
No, don't make it a Muslim non-Muslim thing.
We have a 4,000 kilometer.
But you are making it a matter of Hindu and Muslim.
No, I'm not. One minute. Saddam, let me tell you, you are on Republic Media Network. I'm happy to inform you that the most popular news organization in Bangladesh today, our viewership in Bangladesh is 10 times the viewership on digital of your most popular Bangla channel. Republic Bangla is the #1 media organization in Bangladesh. You must have heard of Republic Bangla. It's the most why are we so popular in Bangladesh? Why is Republic Bangla the #1 media brand of Bangladesh? Because we speak the truth.
No.
এরকম করবেন না আপনি প্লিজ। এরকম ভাবে দেখা উচিত নয় আপনাদের। না এমন করেন না প্লিজ। না এরকম না। আমরা সবাইকে মিলে এটাকে ঠিক করতে হবে। এরকম করা যায় না। প্লিজ আপনাকে হাত জোর করে বলছি এমন করবেন না। নিজের দেশটাকে বাঁচানোর চেষ্টা করুন। We have much in common, similarly, culturally. No. Radharaman Das, what would you say to our friend from Bangladesh? No, আমরা we people, you people করা উচিত নয়। এটা কি? এটা এরম ভাষা। We people, আমরা সবাই এক।
Why are you taking side?
I am not taking sides, sir, but ISKCON is not a terrorist organization. I know ISKCON, you know ISKCON. Who was helping during COVID in Bangladesh? ISKCON. Who was helping during floods in Bangladesh? ISKCON.
They are terrorizing people right now. That's why they are terrorists.
They are not terrorizing, sir.
Organization. They have killed a lawyer in broad daylight.
Radha Raman Das will respond to that allegation. Radha Raman Das, please. Radha Raman Das.
Hare Krishna, Arnab ji.
Hare Krishna.
So it's very shocking that what he's saying that we have killed somebody. So like this, ISKCON is being tried to banned in Bangladesh. That is very, very unfortunate. Whole world knows what ISKCON stands for. Steve Jobs, such a famous personality, in his Stanford commencement address, he himself mentioned that when he was a student, that during his university's days, he didn't have enough money. So he used to go to ISKCON temple to have a nutritious meal. He used to walk 8 miles. And he says that the food there nourished my body. But more than that, when he listened the lectures, pravachans of devotees there, when he read the literature of ISKCON, he was inspired, and in his life, all that message, that teachings of ISKCON helped him. So people like Steve Jobs, then Tulsi Gabbard, she is also a grand disciple of Srila Prabhupada, and Henry Ford's great grandson Alfred Ford, he is a devotee.
Are they fundamentalists?
So such kind of people are associated with ISKCON.
Is Henry Ford and Tulsi Gabbard, are they terrorists? Are they terrorists?
No, I'm not.
No, Jahidul Bari, is Henry Ford, Tulsi Gabbard, have they been trained in a terrorist organization?
No.
It is
now I want to summarize the fact happening in Bangladesh in the last few days. The fact was Mr. Chinmoy Prabhu, he dishonored the flag of Bangladesh. And the people, a politician from Chattogram, he filed a case, a police case against Chinmoy Prabhu a few days ago. And after filing the case, he got arrested.
He's gone, okay.
He got arrested and he was put in the court in Chattogram. And on the day, the lawyer named Saiful Islam Ali, he was killed by the activist of ISKCON. It was highly published in all media of Bangladesh. In fact, in all media of the world. So how you can...
No, as there has been proven, one second, Jahidul Bari, yes. You have taken that as a fact. May I ask you, what evidence you have, or Saddam Hussein has, you can share it with Smita Prakash, to prove that, your ISKCON priest was involved in the murder of Saiful Islam Khan?
Yes, we have.
What evidence do you have?
7 people were involved in the murder, and among them 6 people got arrested. All are Hindus, all are the activists of ISKCON, and all the proofs are showing that ISKCON has killed Mr. Saiful, and all the people saw it. And
which
now
people saw it? Who are all the people?
Hundreds of
people
footages
who are all the people?
The killing, the slaughtering.
No, who are all the people? No, 1 minute. Who are all the people?
All the people of
Which
the world.
All the people?
Who
are these people? No, who are these people?
Camera.
Who are these people?
All the people of the world. Not the
all the people of
Bangladesh
the world saw the killing of the lawyer.
Yeah.
How did the people of the world see the killing of the lawyer?
It was a conspiracy made 3 days ago. And they targeted the lawyer and they slaughtered on the deadline.
In the killing, and how brutally they hit Mr. Saiful in head with a brick. So hundreds of footages are there.
Yes. One minute. 1 minute. Saddam, how are you talking like this? You need a legally verifiable case. You need evidence. Where is the evidence? You can't just say hundreds of footage are there. I can show you thousands of pieces of footage. Where,
now you want legal evidence from me.
Yeah, of course
Now
there
you
has to
want
be legal evidence.
from me when I bring allegations
Or not,
against
legal evidence
ISKCON.
will
Of course I need legal evidence from you.
Legal evidence will be proved by the court. The judgment will be given by the court.
I don't understand.
Just talking about the fact, what happened.
I don't understand Saddam and Jahidul. Saddam and Jahidul, how do you arrest a person without any evidence and say we'll bring the evidence? You accuse a person of murder.
He got
And then
arrested before the killing happened.
That means you want.
He got arrested just due to dishonor of Bangladesh.
No. Saddam and Jahidul, when you arrested, one minute. When you arrested Chinmoy Krishna, you said the act against him was of sedition because he was waving a saffron flag. Now you realize you don't have, now you are saying you have arrested him for murder. You decide what you've arrested him for.
False information, Mr. Goswami, this is completely false information. The charge against him was sedition and it was
Now you made it murder.
Totally illegal.
So you decide, is he a murderer, a seditionist,
Please, Goswami,
or a terrorist?
Don't mislead us.
I'm not misleading. Is he a seditionist, murderer, or terrorist?
You are misleading your audience. You are misleading your audience in this way.
Sir, don't ruin Bangladesh like this, sir. Don't do this. You're going to become the focus of international anger like this. The whole world is watching you.
He was not with the saffron flag only. The allegation was specific.
So what is wrong in waving a saffron flag?
No. The allegation was to wave the saffron flag on top of our national flag. It cannot be done. It
No.
One
minute. Smita.
Will you allow somebody to waste
ISKCON,
their individual?
You're trying to fix ISKCON.
ISKCON is working in Bangladesh
top of your
as an
flag.
organization.
Will you allow?
Okay, I'll tell you. You want to? Okay.
Dishonor any.
See, I'll tell you right now, Saddam and Jahidul, let me tell you one thing, and Smita will wrap this up. See, Saddam and Jahidul, we are your friends. You are in a financial crisis. Listen to me. Listen to me. We are your friends. We've always been with you. We are not the Chinese who give you money, then put you in a debt trap. And we are not like the Americans who give you money and then tell you, give us St. Martin's Island. By the way, Sheikh Hasina said that America will take St. Martin's Island. You already locked up that area. You want to gift wrap it like a Christmas present and give it to the Americans. One minute. So Sheikh Hasina was right. You are handing over, Muhammad Yunus will hand over St. Martin Island to the Americans, you see. He will hand over all of Bangladesh to the Americans. But you can't.
Bangladesh won't give
Smita.
any land of our homeland.
If anything happens like this,
it won't be St. Martin or it won't be any kind of land
Smita.
to any other country.
Look, the point is that if you can prove in a court of law that a murder was committed, firstly, there has been no talk about that. It was only about the flag that happened, that the flag was supposedly or allegedly placed above the height of the Bangladeshi flag. That is what one had heard is what he was accused of. Now comes the charge of murder. Now comes the charge that there are hundreds of videos and that the whole world has seen the videos. It is something which you are going on adding to what he has done, supposedly done. The fact is that if something like this had happened, it should have been presented in a court of law.
And then you decide.
It has been presented in a court of law. And you cannot go about killing people.
Saddam, let some sanity prevail. We love Bangladesh, but Muhammad Yunus is doing the wrong things to your country. Trust me, 6 months from now, you will come on my program and say, Saddam and Jahidul, you will tell me you were right about Muhammad Yunus. We should have never trusted him. He's a dangerous man, let me tell you, very dangerous man. Weak man, but very dangerous. I thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, the Republic Special Investigator